How's it going, everybody? I set up this French cleat system when I first moved into the shop, and I really like having all of my tools out of the drawers and much more easily accessible. Now, there's a couple of things that I really like about this system, but there's also a couple of things that need to be improved on that I didn't really think of when I put this up the first time. So I'm going to be changing up this wall a little bit so that it's a little bit more versatile. I also want to push this whole system off to the left and to the right across that part of the shop, and I also want to set up another spot behind my drill press, because my drill press is all the way on the other side of the shop, where my drill bits are in my toolbox. Those are completely separate sides of the shop, and it's very, very difficult to find the bits that you need walking back and forth all the time. Now, one of the biggest areas of contention in my shop is this toolbox. Most of the drawers are broken in one way or another. A couple of them I've tried to fix, but it's just no good anymore. So I want to take all of my woodworking tools out of there, and I want to push the toolbox over into the mechanic side of the shop. I'm not going to be using that area quite as often, so it doesn't matter if it works properly, but for my wood tools, I use them so often that I want to be able to disperse all of my woodworking tools across the shop. Problems with this setup that I had is because the spacing between my cleats was so wide, I had to put spacers in the back of all of my hangers. If I was to put a couple of these extra spacers in here, two things would happen. First, I'd be able to keep from having to put these spacers in the back. The bottom of the board would just sit right on the piece below it. That way I can put them wherever I want. I also have a lot more versatility as far as how high or low to put them. I'd have a lot more positions that I can put them as far as the height goes. That way I don't have to worry about the piece that's below it. I can really just choose specifically where I want them on the wall. So the angle you pick really doesn't matter as long as it's somewhere around 45 degrees. What I did last time is I used a bunch of this cheap 1x material and just trimmed it down. That way all of my pieces are the same thickness. This time I had a bunch of 2x4 scrap that I decided to mill up and just make a bunch of 1x material. That way I didn't have to go buy anything. But this stuff really is the ideal stuff to use. having all of the extra slats in between every single board. And I think it really increases how modular all the pieces are. I can't imagine I'm going to be filling these up anytime soon, but that's the same thing I thought for the original panel, so I don't know. Hopefully I don't fill it up too fast. I don't really have much more room to expand, so hopefully this will work. Well, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.